Hello my loves, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nthabeling and thank you so much for clicking onto this video. If you are new here, I'd really appreciate it if you click onto that subscribe button and join the family. And if you're a returning subby, thank you so much for returning back, my love. You're really highly appreciated. So you guys, without wasting any time, I am aware that you must have seen the thumbnail and the caption. So the cat is out the bag and yes, we are pregnant. So guys, in this video I'm going to be explaining to you how I found out I was pregnant, when, who did I tell, how did they react, and how did I feel when I found out. Because you know what, when these things happen, we don't always go hunky-dory, or we don't always cry about them and stuff. At times they just find us at our lowest or at our highest points. And yeah, so when I found out that I was pregnant, it was around September. Why am I saying September? My July period came and it was just faint. It didn't look normal. Nothing looked okay. It was just weird. But at the time I was really busy in my business and I thought it could have been stress related, so I didn't really pay mind to it. And then came August. When August came, August went, and I was busy with my son. It was my son's birth month, and again I wasn't really paying mind to it because I mean I just got my period in July, and then August came, August went, nothing happened, and that's when I started freaking out. So in September, I took a pregnancy test. And you know what's funny? This time around, things were different because usually my partner is the one that would pick up ahead of time and be like, you don't look okay, or you look pregnant, or you must be pregnant or something. This time around, he was really adamant that everything is fine. And I was the one that was not feeling okay. I was sick here and there. I was grumpy. I wasn't feeling like myself. And then I decided we take a test. So I remember when he bought the test, it was during the course of the day, you guys. And you know what? I couldn't wait for tomorrow morning. You know how they say you have to take your first pee and stuff. I couldn't wait for that. Immediately when he got here, I think it was around 2 p.m. in the afternoon, I took the test. Guess what? The 2 lines were there. They were vivid. They were red. I'm going to insert a picture here and show you. To be honest with you guys, at the time, I couldn't really make any emotion out of this. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know how I felt. I remember when I took the test in the bathroom, he was laying in bed. I just took the test and I gave it to him and I left the room. And then he followed me and he came and we sat down on the couch and he was like, okay, let's do this. I mean, we always figure it out, so we're gonna figure it out. I think at that moment, I didn't really know what I wanted him to say or how I wanted him to say it, because honestly, I was trying to find myself within myself, okay? I wanted to understand if I was upset, if I was okay, if I was surprised, if I was shocked. I think I was mostly shocked, okay? And that's when I lost it. I felt like, oh my God, not this. You know, not in a bad way. I think I was just overwhelmed that, oh, okay, this again, right? And I think this time around we were relaxed because I mean my daughter's now 3, my youngest is now 3, and we had just told ourselves that, you know what, now we're done, we're growing up with our kids, we're enjoying, like, now she can run around with the others, she's not as dependent as she was, and now we have someone that's coming that's gonna wanna be around mommy all the time. And so he was the first person that I told. And his reaction, he was cool. He was down to earth. He didn't really panic. He didn't really have any negative things to say. Like, he was just okay. I was the one that was freaking out and thinking, oh my God, how are we going to do this? Another baby, another 9 months. And yeah, I think one of the things that made me freak out again is the fact that around August, there was a time where we had a chilled Saturday and we had alcohol. So that was also running in my head. I was like, if anything happens to this baby, if anything goes wrong, I had alcohol and I didn't know, you know. And then we decided to go for our scan, our first scan. Because at the time, I couldn't even tell how far I was. So we went for our first scan. And when we went for our first scan, yeah, we found out that we were like 11 weeks. I think 11 or 12 weeks. And everything was fine. Everything was fine. The heartbeat was there. The baby was there. Hands, toes, feet. The heartbeat was strong enough. You know, The development was fine. And I think right there and there, that's when I started relaxing. I started accepting and being like, okay, cool. Seeing as everything is fine, it means we are okay. And again, guys, if there's one thing I should tell you about this pregnancy that I've learned the most, is that we plan, but God decides. At times we put so much pressure on ourselves, maybe because of the society or maybe because of our peers and the things that people usually say. Everyone has their own different destiny here. So the next person that I told you guys was my aunt. And yeah, her reaction was just, how do you guys play? You guys are playing rough. I know that my aunt knows that I was on prevention at some point. But here's the thing, you guys, I can't be on prevention for 2 or 3 years. Usually prevention makes me feel sick. Contraceptives make me feel nausea, they make me feel lightheaded, they make me feel dizzy. I just can't keep up. So I do try and force and push for like a year or so. But to be honest with you, it's not nice to feel sick all the time. You know, like all the time you wake up, you're feeling nauseous. All the time if you get up quickly, you get lightheaded. So I can't keep up with those. I've been on the 3-month injection. And the downfall on that one is that it just blocks my periods. And I don't get my periods and I get pigmentation on my skin. I gain weight. That's just not on. I've tried the 2 months one. I got pregnant with my second daughter whilst I was on the second one. And it just didn't work. And for those that don't know, I do have a heart condition. So I can't even use an implant because that on its own is going to tamper with my blood pressure. And that will cause me to have my heart issues. So yeah, that's a story for another day. But then after telling my aunt, she was like, hey, bro, you know what? What's done, it's done. We move. And ever since then, you guys, I must say, we then had to tell the kids. You know, we had to introduce the baby to the kids. And everyone was over the moon. I mean, I didn't see my kids having any issues. Any of my kids. None of my kids had issues. Instead, they can't wait. Like, they all anxious. They can't wait for the baby to get here. And at some point, I felt like I didn't want to share my pregnancy. I just wanted it to be at home with my family and some close friends. Because I know there's a friend of mine, Bungiwe, that I told. And she was very excited. The mere reason why I decided to tell her, I think she and I are very close. And she's one of those friends that will knock sense into your head. You know, especially when you feel like there's so much noise. She's one of those friends that knows how to silence the noise and allow you to hear yourself. Because at times we project so much noise from the outside. It's not that you don't want something. It's not that you are against it. But it's because you feel or you think people are going to think somehow of you. Or people are going to say some things off of you. Yeah, guys, you know, at times you really feel like you can't adjust or you can't accept a certain situation that you are going through in your life because you feel like there's so much noise from the outside. So one of the reasons I chose not to share my pregnancy is because I didn't want all these gynaes that are out there in the streets to start telling me this and that, and people will start asking me another pregnancy, another child. I just didn't want to be crucified. I felt like I judged myself enough. And you know what? What was done was done. I cannot question God's will. And I was just happy that my baby is okay. I'm doing well. My body has accepted the pregnancy pretty well. And yeah, you know, so far, so good. At some point, I decided, you know what, it would be unfair of me to carry my subbies along and just surprise you. And one day when we're dropping a vlog, you realize that there's a baby, there's a new baby, and you didn't know anything about it. So I felt like I wanted to release this video so that everyone could be on the same page and understand what's happening in my life right now. So yeah, I've went for my checkup and I've started taking my prenatals, and each time I go for my checkup, the baby's fine. The heartbeat is okay. My baby is healthy. And I'm grateful to God. And I am really grateful to God because at some point I questioned God and I asked him, I'm like, this was not part of the plan. This is not what I was praying for, you know. Because I mean, as a family, there are things that we are praying for. And then God just decides, you know what? Sometimes some of the things that we think we need, we don't. And he will give you something that he knows will save you from something that you thought would be best for you and it wasn't. So yeah, you guys, that's how I found out. And to be honest with you, it's been a smooth ride, you know. It's been a smooth ride. I will be doing another video where I break down my first trimester. And yeah, other than that, I'm happy. We're happy. We just hoping for a smooth pregnancy and, you know, a generous delivery, and just hope that God is with us through it. So yeah, my loves, that's how I found out I was pregnant, and so far so good. I am grateful. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys had fun and you enjoyed it as much as I did when I was actually recording it. So please stay tuned. I will be posting a few more segments where I'm breaking down all my trimesters and stuff. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because it really means a lot. Until I see you on the next one. Bye.